Jonathan, would you please come forward to deliver your salutatorian's address?
Anyone who knows me would know that I am a perfectionist. I take my time and try to make every detail exactly the way that I want it. Sometimes I overthink things way too much, and it doesn't work out well for me, but it's a way of life. I put a lot of hard work in to make sure that I would always have straight A's at the end of each semester, and it's worked out for the most part, except for this last one. I got my only B of my high school career, by 0.1%. I'm not going to fret about it, though, because I know that I can do better in the future. My dad once showed me a book called The Last Lecture, written by a man named Randy Posh. If you haven't read it, I encourage you to look it up. He was a professor of computer science at Carnegie Mellon University in Pennsylvania, and he was diagnosed with terminal pancreatic cancer. Before his diagnosis, he had been scheduled to be a part of a series of lectures in which professors gave life advice as if they were on their deathbeds. Instead of backing out in order to do something else with his remaining days, he went through with the lecture, and it became a hit which he later put into a book. If you're interested, the original lecture in its entirety is also available to watch on YouTube. Anyways, one of the lines in this book goes like this, and I quote, "Experience is what you get when you didn't get what you wanted. It's a phrase worth considering at every brick wall we encounter, at every disappointment. It's also a reminder that failure is not just acceptable, it's often essential." End quote. In the future, I'll remember to put more thought into the work for that particular subject that I got a B in, but I'll also do many other things differently than I've done in high school, because we all made many mistakes. That's one upside of being a perfectionist. I might overthink some things, but I'll remember the mistakes that I made, and I'll work to not make them again in the future. I would rather not waste my time repeatedly making the same mistakes. The average life expectancy in the United States is 80 years. After someone gets through high school, roughly a quarter of that is gone. I'm not saying that to be morbid. I'm saying this because it's important that we use our remaining years in a way that means something. Leave your mark on the world. Make memories. Help somebody out. Follow a dream. Be happy. Time not spent doing one of these things is time wasted. There are plenty of things that we will continue to remember from high school. Mr. Wahlberg counting down the seconds to the first bell. Mrs. Getke checking Spanish assignments. Bueno, bueno, bueno. Hearing Mr. Trillian's enthusiastic speeches from several doors down the hallway. And Mr. Tublet doing Mr. Tublet things. There are good memories to have, but there's so much more to experience in this world than high school. Go make something of your lives. Here's another quote from Randy Posh. "Time is all you have, and you may find one day that you have less of it than you think." While it may be nice to look back, or painful to mull over all the mistakes that we made in the past, graduation is about moving forward. Regardless of how fun or how successful our high school career was, we must now go and make something of ourselves. That can mean going to college in order to get the education required to enter a certain profession, or it can mean going out into the workforce right away, or it can mean serving in some branch of the military. Heck, 18-year-olds even have the right to run for some public offices. Now that we're graduating from high school, we are empowered to make decisions that will shape our lives and the lives of others forever. Just try to make the right ones. Don't get stuck doing something that you don't enjoy or regretting some mistake that you made. Here's a great line from a commencement speech given by a professor named Mark Lewis at the University of Texas. "The person who you're with most in life is yourself. And if you don't like yourself, then you're always with somebody that you don't like. Unless we work to correct our mistakes, or at least attempt to make them again, not to make them again, it would be difficult to live with ourselves. This is especially true for perfectionists. Luckily for us, we went through high school. That gave us the opportunity to make many mistakes. If we learn from those, we should not have a difficult time living with ourselves." I'm going to leave you with two last quotes. The first one's one that my dad wanted me to use in my speech in some way. Willy Wonka from the original movie once said, "We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams." I think that line goes well with another important one from Randy Posh's book. It's not about how to achieve your dreams. It's about how to lead your life. If you lead your life the right way, the karma will take care of itself. The dreams will come to you. Congratulations, class of 2015, and good luck in your future endeavors.